this is serious. We need to talk. Don't you hate those? Oh, we need to talk. I'm guilty as charged. I've done it myself, but this is not serious. So this is a response video. It's a response to Eva Munro's video, which she posted about a week ago now, I think. And it was 10 things I hate about fragrance reviewers or something like that. I'll link it below. And there's been a little bit of a stir. There's been a few people that were upset with a couple of things that she said. And so instead of me picking apart everything that she said and tell you what I agree with and what I don't agree with, which is a waste of your time and a waste of my time, you can go watch Eva's video and make your own mind up about what you agree with and what you don't agree with. I agreed with quite a few points, and there was a couple that I didn't quite agree with, although I saw her point, if that makes sense. But what I want to focus on now is 10 things I love about fragrance reviewers and really frag-com in general. So I've got my notes, my terrible doctor style handwriting. Looks like a spider ran through some spilled ink and then walked all over the page. But I can just about read it, so it's all good. So the first thing I love with fragrance reviews, and something that not everybody does because it certainly takes patience and a degree of knowing your notes and being able to describe fragrances, but I really love individual fragrance reviews. They don't get you many views on YouTube, unfortunately, unless you pick something that's brand new and hyped. Usually an individual review, for me and us smaller channels, they tend to only get a few, you know, depending on how many subscribers you've got. But if I review something a little bit obscure, I probably only get 200 views. If I review something a little more well known, it might be a grower. Do you like a grower or do you prefer a shower? I guess a grower's good. But it takes time. If you upload a video, I mean, I uploaded Narciso Rodriguez Ombre. It's the latest release from Narciso Rodriguez, and there's not that many reviews online, but it's still, at this time, I think it's only probably on 200 and something views, even though it's something that non-frag heads might be searching for. So that tells you there's the desire to do individual reviews is going to be dampened by the lack of reward. So I understand that, but I really, really love individual reviews and people that have the ability to describe the fragrance and not focus so much on the presentation, occasions and ages of the people they think they should wear the fragrance. I really like sort of 80 to 90% of the video to be based on the actual fragrance, and I love it when people can describe it in a, whether it be poetic or in a story or even in a metaphor. So for example, now throughout this video I'm going to be telling you the reviewers that do these things well. So for this one, for example, Lizzie from Rose and Jones really does describe fragrances with little bits of stories, and it just helps you to feel how that fragrance might smell. Ouch 110, Thomas, I love his channel, and he will give you sort of metaphors. You know, he might say it's like you're sitting in a field of flowers and someone walks by smoking a cigar or something like that. He'll give you metaphors. Now Lola from Lola Scents, her videos are so nice, and she really does describe fragrances in a lovely way. She'll give you scent memories which really help you, even if you don't understand those scent memories yourself, you don't have anything similar, but you can still feel the fragrance more because Lola is describing this wonderful scent memory that she has, and it just makes it more, just for me, it makes the video more engaging and I'm more interested, because it's not just this smells of blah de blah de blah, but it's actually a little bit about for example, a little bit about Lola herself and her memories. Two other people that are brilliant at describing fragrances are Hilary from the Burr, and her style is so fun because she will scent fictional characters. So she'll pick a character from Harry Potter or Game of Thrones, and she will sort of describe the character and then talk about the scent that she would give them and why. And it's fun, it's just fun to watch. And then Yve Spiders Smells is another one she's got lovely calm videos and a really great way of describing scents. So I recommend all of those to you. My second thing that I love in fragrance reviews is the hauls and unboxings. Now this is something that Eva doesn't like. She doesn't like the unboxings. She hates the noise of the box and all that, like trying to get into the box and all of that. I quite enjoy all of that. So everyone feels how they feel, and that's absolutely fine. But I am guilty, if you like, of doing unboxings because I enjoy unboxings. I do videos that I enjoy watching, and I think that's probably the best thing to do. There's no point making a video that I wouldn't watch. I'm not going to feel right about myself if I do that. So I do unboxings, and the only thing that would drive me crazy with an unboxing is if I don't get a first impressions as well. So I have seen some unboxings where they talk about they unbox, they talk about the presentation, but they don't actually talk about the fragrance. So that to me is like, it's an anti-climax, we'll call it that. It's an anti-climax. I really like to hear about the fragrance, so I love an unboxing, but really enjoy it if there is a little bit of talk about the fragrance at the end of it. Hauls are so fun. I love them because you get to find out in very brief but little tiny sound bites about loads of different fragrances that you maybe never considered looking into. So great haulers, the great haulers of Ragcom, Scentrifugal Force, Eric. His videos are amazing. His hauls are crazy, massive. He's really big into Montal and Mancera, but also loads of other niche brands, obscure brands that you may never have heard of. And he's so fun the way he does his videos. He's ex-military and he kind of brings a military feel to his videos, and he's got this fabulous accent. He's from Boston originally, and his videos are excellent, his whole videos, but he is also really good at breaking down fragrances. So I'll link him below. Fragrances with Amy, I think. She used to be called Amy Loves Perfume. Her haul videos were epic, absolutely crazy, mental in fact. I don't think she's doing hauls at the moment, but she is back to reviewing and talking about fragrances. I love her voice. She's very calming. She puts the focus on the fragrances. You only see the bottles and the boxes. You don't see her face. You can tell she's got a beautiful face and a beautiful heart just from listening to her, and she loves perfume and she talks about it with finesse and a touch of poetry, really. So I love her. I'm sure you already all know who she is. Another great hauler and a regular hauler is Sarah Mays. Sarah's into all kinds of perfumes. More often they'll be more affordable, they'll be celebrity, and every now and then she throw a more expensive niche in there. But she does massive hauls. Sometimes she has to split her haul videos into parts because the videos just would go on too long. She does regular hauls. I think there's pretty much one every week, and you just get to hear about a selection, a real vast selection of different types of fragrances. And another one who's great at the haul videos is Joss Jane over in the States, and her videos are lovely. She's pretty much, I think, putting out almost one a day. Her videos are lovely, and she does, again, like Sarah, a diverse range of fragrances from affordable, celebrity up to niche, and I recommend you check her out as well. So My third thing that I love about fragrance reviewers is a community. Fragcom. I've made so many friends. I have been so generously treated to various samples of different things from people's collections. They just want to send me samples. We do swapping, we all chat, we stay in touch, we promote each other, and it's just lovely. It's just, for the most part, I think Fragcom is a beautiful place. There's a few poisonous eggs for sure, of course. Every community has got a few, is it poisonous eggs? Rotten eggs. Yes, rotten eggs. There's always a few rotten eggs. It doesn't matter what community you're in. You could be in a godly community, but there's still going to be some rotten eggs. And I think the thing to do is rise above any negativity. Just focus on the good, because the good always outweighs the bad, and in Fragcom it's overwhelmingly good. And for community, I have got a couple of people here that I want to shout out. Jon Snow, Scentedsnowdrops. He is an absolute diamond in the community. He's got an Instagram account called Scentedsnowdrops, but you'll see his comments on almost all videos. He watches so many YouTube videos and shows his support and always puts a really nice comment. He in his Instagram, he's always shouting out that he's trying to help other Instagrammers grow. He shouts out everyone he sees doing anything good, and he's just a real positive beam of light in Fragcom. So I had to give him a shout. In terms of community as well, Hilary from the Borough, I have to give her another mention. She's always there in the live streams, getting involved, doing live streams herself, commenting on posts. She's just thoroughly immersed in the Fragcom and is another really positive person. And another one I want to mention is Tony from the channel Fragdicted. He hosts mystery guests on his live streams on Sundays, and he's really active in the community, always raising people up, always really positive. So I had to give him a shout out as well. Now on number 4, I've put personality. So it's all very well reviewing a fragrance really well, but there's something about the person's personality that really needs to draw you in for you to fully enjoy the video. And under personality, I've got Fab Trends by Miya. She is full of beans. She is an absolute ray of sunshine. Watching her is like charging your batteries. It's like being filled with joy. It's just, she's brilliant. She's passionate about perfume, and she has diverse range of taste as well, so there's something for everyone. She also does really fun live streams and interviews lots of perfumers, which is something that's fun, unusual and educational. In terms of personalities I really enjoy, Valivon comes up very, very high. She is just fun. She's got this fun personality. She's got an edge to her. She calls herself Valivon, the perfume Don. She makes up funny words sometimes, and she just makes me laugh. She just changes words, like she'll say nice instead of nice, but there's something about the way she does it and the way she talks and her personality that just draws you in, and she's very entertaining. So if you're not already watching, then you should definitely check out Valivon. Another one whose personality I love to watch is Mila Le Blanc. She is cutting. She's very honest, and honest about herself, brutally honest. She likes materialistic things, but she's just got this almost brutal deliverance with what she says. And when she reviews perfumes, she always throws the bottle onto, you can't see where it goes, but she says she throws it onto a bed. But every time she throws a bottle of perfume, you kind of panic a little bit that it's going to smash, and I always worry that one bottle will hit another bottle on the bed. Her personality is in a completely different way, but it really does draw you in. I think it's the brutal honesty really, and it's brutally honest but fun at the same time. And another personality I really enjoy is Gabby from Gabby Loves Perfumes, And she is another one who's pretty honest. I guess she's more in the way of Mila Le Blanc. She clearly loves perfumes, but she'll be very honest when something doesn't meet her expectations. And I like the way she talks, the way she sort of, when she likes something, she'll say it's wow, just wow. Or she'll say no, just no. So it's hard to explain. You have to go and watch Gabby. And we have similar tasting perfumes. Her perfumes are more designer, but I think there's a couple of niche sneaking in now. So do check her out. Now, 5, I've written down education. So some of these channels are actually a little bit on the educational side. One person that stands out for that for me is Clemence CC, and she has a beautiful channel and she really puts the effort in with her editing. It's funny, it's cheeky, you get her full personality, but you also can get education. She did a recent sort of video on the history of one of the big designer houses, and I've forgotten now, it's escaped my mind, but it's brilliant. So she does her research and you get to learn stuff, but it's also fun. And as I say, her personality is very big, so it's engaging. Another YouTuber that I've just come across actually quite recently is Dimitri Signature Scent. And his videos have an educational touch to them. He did a rose video, but at the beginning of it, he talked about 10 rose fragrances. But at the beginning, he actually talks about the 4 different types of roses and how the scent profile is for each rose, which I think was really, really useful. And I've noticed that a couple of his other videos have touches of education to them, as well as the usual kind of reviewing stuff. So check him out as well. So number 6, I really like calming videos. That's my preference. I like some of the higher energy. I would say Valivon's kind of higher energy, but the calming videos are the ones that I really enjoy, because I guess I'm kind of a calm person. I find loud noises, shouting and overexcitement it just kind of attacks my soul a little bit, if that makes sense. So I like things to be calm, and the calm queens are Sal. Sal is brand new here on YouTube, only a few weeks or maybe a month into reviews on YouTube, but she is over on Instagram and has been for a lot longer over there. Her videos are kind of everything that I like. So she's brilliant at describing the scent. She tells little stories. She's very calm. She's got a beautiful Scottish accent. She's very pretty to look at. The video quality is great. It's just, the whole thing is really nice and calm. So I really recommend you check out Sal. Another lady that's quite new on YouTube but has been on Instagram a bit longer is Yve. She has the channel Pixie and the Notes. Check her out. Her videos are nice and calm as well. She's just done a pear video. As you may know, I kind of like pear, so she's just done a pear video. She's just, again, it's a really nice aesthetic. She's attractive to look at, and the quality is great, but it's a very calming, she has a calming feel, which I really enjoy. Another calming reviewer is Moon Perfumes. Moon is just lovely. She's calming with a very positive vibe about her. She talks about lots of different kinds of perfumes, and it feels like she's full of enthusiasm, and she just has this real passion for perfumes that comes across in the way she describes them. So do go and check her out as well. Number 7, I've put honesty, and I've also put a little slash negative reviews. So one thing that Yve did mention is that she doesn't like it when people won't do negative reviews, when everything's always positive, positive, positive. And I can see her point on that, because everything isn't always to your taste. Some people don't really want to spend the time, and I get that. Why would you want to wear a perfume and review it if you don't really enjoy it? So I think if you're just purely a hobbyist and you're just sharing your favourite things, it's absolutely fine to not do negative reviews if you don't want to. But I think if you want to get into it deeper and have a balance, and it's good to share the odd experience that maybe you didn't enjoy, the odd fragrance that didn't meet your expectations. And people that are fabulous for not being afraid to do negative. I think negative reviews isn't necessarily quite the right word for it, but basically not giving things a glowing review. One of the queens of that is Arlene over at Delicious Delights. What I love about Arlene is she will review everything, and she'll take the time to wear the fragrance, and even though she's not feeling it, she makes herself wear it and will tell you what, she'll break it down. So she doesn't just say this is crap, I don't like it. She will tell you why, and she'll tell you that she doesn't like, it's a certain type of musk, she calls it lady musk, she can't bear it. I'm not entirely sure myself what that is. I'd need to watch her videos and smell the fragrances that she describes as having lady musk, and then maybe I can pick out what this lady musk is. She will tell you what her taste and why the fragrance doesn't meet her taste, but she's also not afraid to say if it's bland, if it's very generic, if it smells like everything else. Arlene will say it like it is. She is very, very honest, and I love that, because I actually get nervous sometimes because I might be excited about a perfume and I feel like this is probably going to be amazing, and then if I see Arlene's done a review, I'll be like, oh no, now I'm going to find out that it's really bad. But I love her for her honesty. Some other honest reviewers are Aussie Fragrance, Mark over at Aussie Fragrance. He's funny as well. Entertainment value, 10 out of 10. I love it. At the end of the video, to say hi to your mum. And you can kind of guess what he's getting at there. He's brilliant, but he's very, very honest. He's not afraid to say if he thinks something isn't great. Gents Scents, Ashton, I think you're watching me, you absolutely will know who Gents Scents is. Very, very honest, always tells it like it is. He isn't afraid to upset a brand. He will just say if something is, in his opinion, bad. So another one who has entertainment value in droves, but I'm putting him under the honesty blanket because he's just, some might say he's too honest. Eugene from Yve Smells Good. I've just watched his latest video on, I think it's entitled, Is Santal 33 Still Garbage? He doesn't care what anyone thinks, and he's really honest, but he's also so entertaining. He just makes me laugh. If you want honesty, then you need to go over and check out Yve Smells Good. His niche is very much the Guerlains, the Chanels, the Diors, but he's exploring other things as well. He's sort of looked into Roger Dove, so he's diversifying. So if you thought he was only just about those few brands, he is diversifying, and he's so entertaining to watch. Number 8, I've put reviewers that highlight under the radar houses. So the reviewers that will review brands that are independent and very small, obscure, or even not necessarily indie houses, but even discontinued fragrances, or like super cheapies that you just don't hear about. And people that are good at that are, of course, Tommelise. Jana Tommelise, always talking about indie brands, and brings to our attention so many houses that we might otherwise never have heard of. So you've got to give her credit for that. Another person that does this very well is Sam over at My World of Fragrance, and Sam is another really calm person. So I love the calmness, the serenity of her videos, but she also highlights some really unusual brands. She did a fabulous vlog when she went to Dubai. That was amazing. Our tastes are mostly quite different. She definitely likes ouds and leathers and things, although I think she likes some of the stuff I like as well. So she has diverse tastes. So that's Sam, My World of Fragrance. And then another one is Maria Meliora. I've only recently found Maria in the last few months, I think, and she's a brilliant storyteller. She really is great at telling stories about fragrances. Her videos generally go a little bit longer, so you need a little bit of time. You need to sit down with a nice cup of coffee, or perhaps a gin. Gin is the future. sit down with a drink and a snack and just enjoy. And she's another one who's got a very calm persona as well. Really great storytelling about the fragrances, but so many different obscure fragrances that I've never heard of, and I love that she highlights those. Finally, Moody Boo. We all know who Moody Boo is. She's been here probably longer than me, which is about 10 years. No, so Moody Boo's been going for a long time. She did have quite a long break from reviewing, but she's back now, and she's just done a video on Chris Collins' Renaissance Man. She's been asking for, she wanted to support black businesses, which I think is amazing, and she was asking her viewers to recommend black owned companies that she should try perfumes from. And so she's come across Chris Collins. She absolutely loves his brand, and she just reviewed Renaissance Man. So Moody Boo often showcases brands I've not heard of, not tried, and she has a fabulous diverse taste in fragrances. So she also loves La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier, which I was really surprised at, because she does generally veer more niche, but she's open to anything as long as it smells good to her. She's got buckets of personality as well, so check her out. So number 9 on my list is the Gentlemen of Fragcom. I'd like to celebrate the true gents of Fragcom, because sometimes there can be some bro atmosphere, there can be some quite a lot of testosterone flying around, and it feels like in the past I've kind of highlighted that females can get left out of things. That, you know, there was a few reviewers that did their favourite reviewer list, 10 favourite reviewers, but every single one of them was a man. And that's up to them. I realise that now, kind of looking back, calling it out, it was kind of pointless. I think I've learned from that. Now I just highlight the good stuff, and that's kind of like a thing to do in general that I've learned from looking into positive thinking and law of attraction. What you focus on gets bigger. So I don't want to focus on anything that I don't think is good. I may as well focus on what I do think is good. And so I want to focus now on these gentlemen of Fragcom, who all are absolutely gentlemanly in the way that they deal with females and each other. They bring ladies onto their channels, they shout out ladies on Instagram, they not that they necessarily sort of not unbalanced, but they're just inclusive. So I don't think they even really necessarily see gender. They're just very inclusive, and they're interested in listening and watching the female reviewers as well. So these people, without further ado, these people are Lanier Smith. Is an absolute gent. He's just back to reviewing. He's had a little break. You should know who he is. He's classy from the top of his head to the tips of his toes. He's utter class. So you have to check out Lanier. His taste is quite classic. He does like his Chanel's for sure, but he also has diverse tastes and does go off into other fragrance arenas, but pure class, absolute gentleman. So some other absolute gents in Fragcom are Tony from the channel Fragdicted, Scott from the Centurion, Kevin from Mersey Scents, John the Scented Snowdrop, Barry from Scentualise, Chris from Fragmental, Thomas from the channel Ouch10, he's an utter gentleman, as is Sebastian from Smelling Great Fragrances. He has some really lovely female guests on his channel. The guys that talk and review, and even I would like to shout out some of my regular viewers. Jimbo, DC Jim R, has been an utter gentleman from day one. When I first started doing live streams, Jim was there getting involved, and every time I do a video, there's a comment from Jim that's lovely, supportive, engaging. He's just an utter gentleman in the fragrance community. Drillbit, I always get a fabulous comment from Drillbit, or not always, but quite often. Really nice, uplifting messages on my videos. There's many, I don't want to, I can't mention everyone. I can't even remember off the top of my head everyone, but all my lovely viewers that are kind enough to join in with the live streams and comment on my videos. I just want you to know you really are appreciated, whether you're a gentleman or not. But I just wanted to highlight the gentleman of Fragcom. Now, number 10. I don't think this thing gets the love that it deserves. When I say that, it's everybody uses it and everybody talks about it. Almost every video there will be a mention of this particular thing, but it's almost taken for granted. Do you know what it is? I would call it the Oxford Dictionary of Fragcom. Yes, we're talking about Fragrantica. Fragrantica is our Bible, isn't it? It's our dictionary or our manual. Fragrantica, how many times do you look at Fragrantica in a day? Because I know that I refer to it probably 20 times a day. And for reviewing as a resource, it's fabulous. If you don't know what Fragrantica is, you're probably on the wrong channel. You're probably accidentally watching the wrong video. Fragrantica is the best fragrance website there ever was, with no exceptions. And what I love to delve into everyone's reviews, because you're interested in a fragrance, you look it up on Fragrantica and you've got a little blurb. Usually it might be something from the brand themselves. You get to know who the perfumer is, when it was released, you see all the notes, and then you've got all the comments. And comments can be absolutely diamond stuff. All the reviews, I should say. And so then you can read all the reviews, or some of the reviews, and put together your own idea about whether or not that fragrance is going to be for you. It is such an amazing resource. It just deserves so much love. We always talk about it, we always refer to it. The notes on Fragrantica are blah blah blah. So I just want to put it out there. Fragrantica, I love you. I think you're the best thing in Fragcom. Well done to the creators and the editors and the writers and everyone that engages on it, all the people that go on there and put their own reviews on there. That's also what makes it special. So massive love to Fragrantica. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that you will perhaps shine some light on some things that you love in Fragcom. If you've got a platform and you feel that you want to, then why not do something today? Talk about something, someone whose content that you love, who's doing it how you like it being done. If we all focus on the positive and highlight and lift up the positive, can you imagine how much better Fragcom could be? That's it then. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.